Okay.
Hi, my name is Paolo Pietropaolo. I'm a radio broadcaster, producer, journalist, and musician in Vancouver, Canada. And I remember when I grew up in an Italian family in Toronto. My grandparents moved to Toronto from a small town in southern Italy, and they lived in Canada for 45 years before they died without ever learning a word of English. And so I grew up speaking Italian, and I remember when I was about 15, 16, 17, I went through this whole phase where I didn't want to know a thing about Italian, because Toronto's a lot colder than Canada, and my whole family while I was growing up there saying, why did we even bother coming here? This place is awful, the winters last forever. So I grew up thinking that, hearing about how bad it was where I was from, and I felt sad about this, I felt offended about it, and so I kind of went through this whole phase of rejecting everything about Italy and my Italian background. And then later on I started rediscovering it, and it became so important for me to feel connected to my grandparents, because I realized that by rejecting it, I was cutting off a part of myself, even if it was a part I wasn't ready to know yet at that time. Later on, I realized that it was really important for me to know that part of myself, because as I grew older, I started to notice that I would like things or do things or say things or understand things based completely on where I came from and who I was as a child. And I'm really glad I realized that before my grandparents died, because I did spend some time with them, talking to them, hearing their stories. They speak a dialect which is dying in Italy, and I rarely hear it anymore. When I hear my dad speak it sometimes, I tell him to say a few words to me. It's amazing how it goes straight to my heart, and it brings back these vivid memories of who they are and where they came from. And every day I think about my grandparents, and every day there's something that I'm really glad I learned from them. And I still learn from them, even though they're gone now. So I think that's why I think it's really important to spend time with the older people in our lives, because they have so much wisdom, and to learn from them and the traditions of our families and who we are before they leave us.